volume down. Oh, volume down. Oh.
Stand up, New York Giant fans! I am back with Mr. Baddog on Talking Giants. How you doing, buddy? How was your day?
It was fantastic. Get your asses up off the couch. Stand up, Giants fans.
I see dire Giants fans in the house. He brought the turtles. That's good to know. Essential highlights. Sperm Cell, Scott Thomas, Gangrene, David. How you doing, buddy? MH, the sexy goat, Rogue Dog. I think I saw Stuck in the 80s in here. MH is here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. There's Guillermo. Guillermo, of course, a big Jet fan. He says the Giants suck. What's going on? The entertainer's greatest hits in the house.
I was going to say, don't forget Sperm Cell. He says, Bad Dog, you're not going to believe me, but I actually took today off of school. My dad doesn't know. I told Sperm Cell, he said if the Sixers lose, he's taking a day off. I said, take the day off no matter what. I'm glad you listened to me, Sperm Cell. Dilly.
Dilly.
That's Sperm Cell. Bad Dog. He gives bad advice. That's why I'm bad.
So, some big news today. Some of it was Giants. Well, not directly Giants, but we'll start with Flacco. But we think that it could potentially affect the Giants and how they go about in the draft. Flacco inexplicably gets traded today. I don't know. What do you think of the trade? I think they were crazy to acquire Joe Flacco with his contract. I'm curious to get your take on it, though.
You're talking about the Broncos, obviously.
Yeah, the Broncos.
I just saw I don't know if you know who Jack Pollack is. I've never seen it. He said, are you guys brothers? We are brothers from another mother. But, yeah, that's my YouTube brother right there.
Yes, Guillermo, we're going to talk about that as well, the Jay Glazer, Odell Beckham thing. Yes, we will get into that.
I agree with you. I think it was a terrible job by the Broncos. I don't know what Flacco brings to that team. They're not a Flacco away from winning a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco is past his prime. He's had the fifth or sixth lowest QBR since 2012. And Eli Manning actually is a lower one since that point, so it tells you how good Eli's been or bad. But Flacco, like you said, horrible, like a high contract, a lot of money. And I know they only gave up a fourth-round pick, but how the hell does he help the Broncos? Like, I don't get it. I think the Broncos have done a really bad job with the quarterback situation since Peyton Manning retired.
And my biggest issue with the trade isn't so much acquiring Flacco, it's the contract. Because now you're going to be paying him $28 million this year, $25 million next, and you still have Case Keenum on the books. And Keenum carries a $10 million dead cap hit, so unless you could trade Keenum, you're going to be, if you cut him, you're responsible for $38 million this year at the quarterback position. And then they're talking about potentially going out and drafting Drew Lock. You can't do that. At this point, they can't draft Drew Lock. They got, in my opinion, they got to wait till next year. I know there were Denver Bronco fans who came on my page and said they still think they're going to draft Drew Lock. I think that's insane.
What would the point be? Why would you have a third quarterback?
Why would you give up assets to acquire Joe Flacco just to draft Drew Lock?
Right.
Yeah.
If you were going to draft Drew Lock, what would the point be of signing Joe Flacco? I don't understand. You could keep Case Keenum there for another year. Yeah. And then start Drew Lock. So I don't know what
that was my take, and a lot of people still seem to think they could take Drew Lock, Rover included. I don't see it. But we'll see, I guess, going forward. But I think it affects the draft for the Giants because that's now one. If the Giants want to go quarterback, and we don't know if they're going to or not, but that now, if they want to go quarterback or not, that now gives them the ability to be in the first slot if nobody else trades down to be that valuable pick for somebody to come up and trade up to get that first quarterback as well. Or they're going to have the first crack probably unless the Jaguars jump them. But I think there's a good chance the Jaguars are going to go after Nick Foles. I think it's a good fit if he's going to go to a team because they're kind of in a win-now situation even though they didn't do so well last year. Yep. And I think Foles fits there. So if there is a team that's going to sign Foles, I would peg the Jaguars to be the favorite.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look at it, the Jags were in the AFC Championship game in 2017. Last year, Leonard Fournette getting hurt really, really hurt that team. And Blake Bortles was terrible. So really, if you have a healthy Leonard Fournette, and I hear Eagles fans, we're going to trade Foles for Fournette. That's not going to happen. I mean, come on. I mean, get real. The Foles in a trade, Foles is worth at best a third-round pick because of his contract and the fact he's a free agent immediately. I couldn't see anybody giving up a lot for Nick Foles. But if they have a healthy Fournette, and they got a who's the other? Another one of the receivers got hurt. Was it Westbrook? Marquise Lee, one of the receivers.
I think it was Lee, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, one of the receivers was out like immediately. Like he wasn't there the whole year. So you get, I think it was Lee. So you get Lee back, you get Fournette back. You had Nick Foles there with a great defense.
Right.
I mean, they're definitely competitors with a Nick Foles. So I could see them doing that. And then if they do that, and the Giants have that first shot at a quarterback, I think that 6th pick is worth its weight in gold.
It's where somebody's going to love a quarterback in the draft, and if the Giants don't, that makes that pick extremely valuable to potentially trade down. So no matter what, it's good. Whether or not the Giants want to take a quarterback, and maybe somebody falls there to the Giants that they're just like, no, we're taking him. But if they don't absolutely love a player there, and they don't want to take a quarterback, that's a very valuable draft pick now for them. So no matter what, this is good news for the Giants, in my opinion. So we'll see. If they want to go quarterback, I still think they'll take Haskins if he's there, but some people may disagree with that. But that's my take on the situation. And I think it was a horrible trade. I really do. I think it was a good trade, though.
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't understand. I don't know what they're doing. If Flacco, if they're a quarterback away from the Super Bowl, say they were 8-8 last year or 9-7, and the quarterback play like Jacksonville, for example. Like Jacksonville, I feel like is a quarterback away from really competing in the AFC.
Right.
Denver's not in that situation. So 534, whatever. It's not like he's a young guy. It's not like he's 28.
Right.
I mean,
doesn't make sense.
It's a head scratcher.
I completely agree with you. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Just trying to look at the chat here. No Flacco in New York. Yeah, no, we want no part of Flacco.
Yes, that was the best.
There was something going on with my computer lately. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys.
Is it the chat?
No. It was, I don't know, something stupid, but whatever. We're good now. Amos says...
My chat's been screwed up on these live streams.
John Elway, to me, this is a very... It happened again. What is going on here? Sorry about this.
MH just said Bad Dog could throw better than Joe Flacco. I do have a gun. We all saw it.
This thing is crazy. Denver still agrees with it. For all the Jet fans out there. Yeah, having some lag issues. Is it still lagging, guys? I know the camera was probably lagging a little bit, but I switched it. Next cop, yes, Guillermo, I completely agree. Frank Reich, to me, is one of the more underrated coaches in the NFL. I thought it was a great acquisition by the Colts, and you really saw a lot of people just say that the Colts' offensive line was responsible for the sacks. I think the lack of sacks, I should say. Frank Reich had a lot to do with that, too, with his system. You're getting the ball out quick. He brings a tremendous offensive mind to that team.
Yeah, I mean, look what he did for the Eagles.
Yeah, I say Greedy Williams. It depends. The Broncos could certainly go offensive linemen. That's who I have them pegged right now, probably if Jonah Williams falls to them at 10, which he may or may not, but I like them. If Jonah Williams is there, Actually, you know what? I don't think Jonah Williams gets past the Bills at 9, because they desperately need an offensive lineman. Yeah, they could definitely go Greedy Williams there. Greedy Williams is certainly in the discussion there at 10 for sure. Yeah.
Be interesting.
Yeah. What's going on, Skin Fan all day? Go and check him out. Frank built a nasty O-line. And, yeah, the O-line over there is ridiculous in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it is. That's what I want our O-line to be.
Yeah. I want to copy their blueprint. The Cowboys and the Colts blueprint. Copy that. Let's get back to old-school Giants football. Let's win some football games. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we do in the draft now with the 6th overall pick. I don't know. Your dream scenario right now, it sounds to me like you don't want to go quarterback, even though you like Kyler Williams, if we stay at 6.
No, I would love, like I said, that when I called you Monday, I would love to trade back to 12 or 13 and acquire a second-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year, because I think that's worth it. If the Dolphins, they need a quarterback. And there's a lot of talk about them getting Kyler Murray, so if we can move back to 13 and get, like I said, like a Cody Ford from Oklahoma, who is one of the best right tackles. I mean, he was one of the best right tackles in the country. I mean, I love Cody Ford. I just thought he was a sophomore because I think he might have been the only Sooner that is draft eligible. They're all underclassmen, especially Creed Humphrey. I wish Creed Humphrey was eligible, but he's a freshman. And as a freshman, I think he's the best center in the country. And he's just a monster. I was like, oh, I wish that we could have got him.
There's a lot of good tackles in that area. I think it would be 13 because that's where the Dolphins are picking. I don't think the Packers would trade up. But, yeah, in that 13 area, you're looking at Cody Ford. You're looking at a Jawan Taylor. You're looking at a Greg Little. There's a lot of tackles there that you could potentially take. I like the idea if you could acquire another second-round pick, especially if it's a team like the Dolphins, who I don't think are going to be that good. So you have the potential to get a pretty high first-round pick in the next year's draft.
And then, again, we could use that for leverage to get a quarterback.
Thank you so much, John, for the super chat. He says, love you guys, the best Giants fans that I respect and love to hang out with. This is for both. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, John. Dilly, man.
Yeah, dilly. Thank you so much, John. I really do appreciate that. Great subscriber of both of ours. Giants need to get best player possible. Your offense outside of quarterback and O-line is straight. But Guillermo, but that's the two most important parts of an offense. I mean, so but I agree with you. They need best player available, whether it be a pass rusher, O-line. I don't disagree with that. I mean, I still like Haskins, but I recognize I am not going to be upset at all if they don't take a quarterback with the 6th overall selection at all. And another thing I will say that I wanted to bring up, and I said it in my video, now that the Broncos aren't taking a quarterback, that's one less team that's going to be drafting a quarterback. So if the Giants say like a Daniel Jones or like a Drew Lock, it's possible now that those guys could slip to the 2nd round. Because it's one less team that could take a quarterback. Maybe the Giants say to themselves, we'll gamble. We'll see if Jones falls to us in the 2nd round. We like this kid. We'll take the best available player at 6, and then we'll hope that he falls to us in the 2nd round. So that's another possibility now with this move.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's there at 6 because as much as I would love a right tackle, I'd also love an edge rusher because Lord knows we need one. Now, there's a lot that could go on. I think guys like Clowney, DeMarcus Lawrence, I think they'll be franchised. But if not, I mean, that's time to cut Vernon and go after one of those boys. I mean, if
you could get one of those guys, I might do it. They're gonna make a lot of money though, but we'll see. Well, how
much you think a Jadeveon Clowney makes this season?
Well, I mean, you look at what Vernon got. Vernon's getting
$17 million. Yeah, do you think Clowney's more than that, or
he's gonna get more because he's young? He's probably gonna get close to 20 a year.
So it's not that much more. It'd be like $3 million more a year.
Yeah.
For a much better player.
But you also got to factor in the $8 million, or whatever it is. I think it's $8 million dead.
It's $8 million.
Yeah, so we'll see.
That first year. I mean, we do get out from underneath that JPP hit that we took last year.
Sperm cells always got to do that.
Yeah, he's tired. He's running around a lot. I mean, you ever see how fast a sperm cell swims? It's ridiculous. It's tired.
All right, so Jeffrey Abbey actually said that's less than I thought he'd ask for. That's only 17 per. 6 years, $100 million.
So that's exactly what Vernon makes.
Yeah.
He got $585.
Yeah. So Cooper, what's going on? Thank you for tuning into the stream, buddy. By the way,
Cooper.
Anybody new to most of these guys are subscribers of Bad Dog, I'm sure. But if you are not, the link is in the description below. Go ahead, sub him up, and if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and the Twitters are in there as well. So go follow Bad Dog on the Twitters.
Follow me on the Twitters. Give me the 6,000. We're closing in.
Yeah. Well, how far are you from 6K?
40. What am I? 40.
So about 40.
46 away.
46. He's going to be giving away a fitted hat when he gets to 6K.
Right. And you're closing on 4K yourself, man.
I am about 160 or so away. Chris, do I have autism? No, stop that talk. Victor Jimenez says Giants will make a big mistake passing on Murray. I don't think so, Victor Jimenez. I don't think anybody's taking Murray that high. I really don't. I
do.
You really do.
Victor, I agree with you.
Well, I know you agree with him, but you really think somebody's going to take him that high?
Yes.
So you think somebody's jumping the Giants then?
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean a top 5? No.
That's what I mean. I don't think anybody's taking him in the top.
I could see Kyler Murray going 8th or 9th.
I could see that, yeah. I could see 9th. I could see a team trading up to the Bills at 9 and taking him 100%.
John Turner wants me, if I get pissed, if I could throw another football guy. Yeah, I could.
What's going on, Afghanistan? Thank you so much for that. Kyle says Deshaun or Wentz for your franchise. Both of them have had injury problems.
Same injury.
So I don't want either one, to be completely honest with you, if I'm starting from scratch. But that's tough because they're both good quarterbacks, and Watson has had a horrible offensive line, so you have to factor that in. They're almost.
I would rather have Watson.
They're almost dead even to me. They're both really good, but Watson is coming off a healthy year, and Wentz isn't. So because of that, I think I'd go Watson. Let's see what we got here. First,
Marcus.
That is what it is. You get dislikes. But please hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Chris, you are a honey spinning, turtle stealing, cannoli loving bastard. All right, Joe, let's.
I was going to say, Marcus said, who has the best chance of trading ahead of the Giants, the Jags, Dolphins, or Redskins? I think the Jags, because they're one.
Because they're the closest. Yeah, they wouldn't have to give up as much. I mean, all right, let's look at this. All right, so the Bengals are at 11, and the Dolphins are at 13. So for them to move from 13 to 5, you're giving up. You're obviously swapping first. And then you're giving up, I would at least...
Got to be a first and a second. A second this year, a first next year.
Maybe even more. I mean, to jump that high, you might even be giving up 2 seconds and a future first on top of the swap.
I mean, what did the Jets give up? 3 seconds?
And that was only 3 spots. That was 6-3.
And right, and their 6th pick. So.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you're giving up probably 2 firsts to do that. What's going on, Pumpkin? Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. What's going on, random
What's
guy? But yeah, of course, the other thing I wanted to jump into real quick because it's Giants related, and it's just hearsay, it's rumors. There's no definite fact behind it, but Jay Glazer came out today, and he said that he predicts that Odell Beckham will not be a Giant this year. He said that that is his prediction of the offseason, that the Giants will trade Odell Beckham. Obviously, it more than likely is a story to grab headlines. And I heard that Beckham came out, and I don't know what he said. I didn't get a chance to read it, but he refuted it. But it was just interesting to read. Do you think it's possible at all that the Giants could end up trading this guy?
Nope.
Yeah.
We hear it every year.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say no. I mean, say the Niners are rumored to be getting Antonio Brown. The Niners need a wide receiver to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. So say the Niners come out and they say, listen, we'll give you our first-round pick this year, a first and a third this year.
Right.
And the Giants might have to say, well, okay, we'll do it. And we'll take Josh Allen, and then we'll get our lineman. Right. Or we'll get Josh Allen, and we'll get our quarterback, or whatever they want to do.
Thank you so much for the super chat on One Giant Rebuttal. He says, please. Yeah, I just had to bring it up. It was a story today. I agree with you. I agree with probably most of the people in the chat. It's nonsense. I don't think they're ever going to... Well, I shouldn't say they're never going to trade him. If the right deal presented itself, you trade anybody. But I just think people are trying to grab headlines like they always do. And I will say this. I will say this. As much as I get on Odell for being a headline guy and a guy that needs to control himself and be a better leader, he's a saint compared to Antonio Brown. So, I mean... He is. Yeah, so... But... I think it's all nonsense, the media trying to draw up headlines. If the 49ers ever came to us with the second pick, we listen. But that's not. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either, but that's what I'm saying. If an offer blows us away, where they do say, like I said, the Niners say, hey, we'll give you our first pick this year, the first pick this year and a second next year, or we'll give you our first and our third this year, then the Giants don't have to listen, because if you're getting the second overall pick in the draft and you're picking 6th as well, then you could really, like I said, you could take Josh Allen, who I think is the best player in this draft.
Thank you so much for the super chat one. Oh, you meant please trade him is what I meant. Yes.
Yeah, no, I knew what he meant.
Yeah, you and Rover are not big Beckham. I'm not the biggest Beckham guy either. Yeah, if you could trade him for the right price, sure, but it's going to be very hard. Now, the one thing I will say, from what I read in the article, because all the guaranteed money's out of the way, it's not that big of a commitment for a team acquiring him. Yep. So that does up his value somewhat. So, but I don't see it. I don't see a team offering what he's worth.
Either. But it doesn't surprise me when John Rebuttal agrees with me. I don't think we've disagreed on anything ever. It's pretty amazing. We seem to see eye to eye on everything.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, man. Steel 58 rather. Go over there, and by the way, check out One Giant Rebuttal. Should have shouted him out earlier too. I was over on his live stream today. Great job. Steel 58 says little taste of NFL tonight. Trading deadline approaching. Steel 58. Thank you so much for the super chat. Keep up the good work on your channel. I always get a good laugh when I go over there. Go over there and sub up Steel 58. He's got a really good channel over there. Big Steelers fan. Yes. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that. Yes, of course, the free agency period is approaching. That is going to be March 13th. I actually took off work for that because I had days I had to use. I had 6 days I had to use by the end of March. So I said, you know what? I'll take that day off. I'll be able to film a lot of videos. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to the chat. Because I feel like I'll gain more subscribers if I do separate videos, but I think it may be more fun if I live stream all day throughout the deadline. So I haven't decided yet, but let you guys decide on that. Maybe we'll do a poll. But that's going to be a big day, March 13th. It's a month away. Is free agency, and we're going to see how the Giants do what they do. I mean, they're only going to have probably, unless they make huge cuts that we don't foresee, they're going to have about $30 to $35 million to play with, so it's going to be interesting to see how they use that money.
It will be. Yeah, it definitely will be. Darrell Williams is the guy. I think that's the guy we're targeting more than anybody else. Well, we'll see what happens. I would love to get one of them damn pass rushers.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I would love to go trade Odell. But listen, I don't have the videos anymore because I took so many of my videos down from previous years. But I had a video. After we lost to the Cowboys, after week 1 in 2017, I made a video talking about trading Odell Beckham. And I remember, man, I got hammered by Giants fans for how could you say that? Oh my God, this guy's a once in a generation. Blah 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 blah. Took massive fire from Giants fans for that. And then last year when they were talking about trading him, they were all like, "Oh yeah, we should trade Beckham. We should trade Beckham." I'm like, just remember who said that first. And I said that before any media pundit said it. I swear to God, I was the first guy to mention Giants should look at trading Odell Beckham.
I wasn't on YouTube at the time, but I believe you because
September 2017, right before we played the Lions, I said the Giants should think about trading Odell Beckham. And yeah, the people were all over me because I said, man, we have so many holes to fill. And I said, you can replace a receiver, and we've never won with a superstar receiver. We always won with really good receivers, average to really good. You don't need them. You could win. You could win with. I'm trying to think of like an above average guy.
I agree with. I didn't think it was a good sign. Obviously, we both know, and anybody that's realistic knows how talented this guy is. He's one of the best receivers in the sport. He may be the most talented receiver in the sport. You can certainly argue it, but you agree with me. You don't spend more than 10% of your salary cap on a wide receiver. You just don't do it. It's not a smart business decision. Now, of course, he sells jerseys. People tune in because of him. He's a popular player. He may be the most popular player in the league. That's why they did it, in my opinion. It was not a football move. It was a business move. I don't think he's worth 10% of the cap. I don't think any receiver is. They're just not. They're not.
What's going
on, Fox 87? Go on over there and sub him up as well, please. He's got a good channel over there.
And he's closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so definitely go sub up Fox. I think he's like 80 subscribers away from 1,000. Let's get that kid to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it. Good kid over there. Bills fan. Does some songs. Loves the weather. Like old Baddog, big weather guy, big meteorologist. Sub up Fox 87. He's a good kid. But what I was going to say about Beckham, more than anything else, I'm starting to worry about his durability, man. He is injured every year. Every year he's got injuries. I think he's played one full season, if I'm not mistaken. One where he played 16 games.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's it.
I think you're right.
Season, he was hampered by a hamstring. He didn't play till like week 3 or week 4. I think 2015 was the 1 year he played all the games. Now, 2016, he was healthy. He got suspended a game. But then the last 2 years, obviously, he had the ankle fracture. I think he played half of a game. And then this year, he missed the last 4 or 5 with a contusion in his quad. So I'm starting to worry about his durability more than anything else, more than his off-the-field antics, more than what he says to the media, more than him kicking the field goal net or, whatever he does. I'm worried about his durability. I can put up with all the crap that he does if he's producing on the field.
No, I can do if he's producing on the field. And when I say that it was a bad signing, it has nothing to do, and Bad Dog thinks the same as me, I think, it has nothing to do with us thinking he's not a great player. We just think no receiver is worth that money. Winning team. Look at the Patriots. Look what the Patriots invest at the wide receiver position.
Nothing.
Who's their top paid receiver? Maybe $4 or $5 million. That is a position where if you have a good quarterback, he makes the receivers better. It's very rare that he's great. He deserves to be the highest paid receiver. I just think it's not a smart decision by the Giants to do it. That's all.
I say it all the time. Besides Jerry Rice, name me an elite receiver that won a Super Bowl.
You can't.
I don't think there is one.
Maybe there's one. Maybe there's one if you really look, but it's not.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to go way back to the Steelers and say Lynn Swann, I mean, okay, but they also had the best defense, almost, considered one of the best defenses in the history of football. They had Michael Harris.
Michael Irvin is one. Sexy goat. That's fair. He's a Hall of Famer.
I don't think Michael Irvin
he's a Hall of Famer.
Michael Irvin is one of the most overrated receivers in the history of football. He was slow. He pushed off constantly and got away with it. Didn't have great hands. Wasn't a great route runner. He benefited from the running game, and that's the truth. I mean, because
but at the time, let's be fair, and I watched. There's a kid you obviously knew more at the time. I remember watching Irvin play, but was there 5 receivers better than Irvin? I don't think there was at the time.
Rice was better than him.
Rice, Carter, maybe Carter.
I'm trying to think of who.
Tim Brown, Chris Carter.
Yeah, they were all better.
Maybe you could argue Herman Moore.
I don't think Herman Moore was better than him.
He had a couple of really good years, from what I remember. I was a kid, like I said, but
I'm trying to think of. I don't know if I don't know if I were to consider Andre Reed better than him, but I think he was on the level of Andre Reed. That's kind of where I put Michael Irvin. Andre Reed's a Hall of Famer, but I think he is. But I don't think Michael Irvin was. Michael Irvin was very good. I would not say he's elite. I would never have called him elite. Watch him play. He wasn't that great. He really wasn't.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'd have to see it.
Sterling Sharp was better than him.
Sterling Sharp got hurt early in his career. He only played, 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he got hurt early in his career.
But he was one of the best at that time.
Greatest wide receiver not to win? I mean, whoever you think is the second greatest wide receiver, that's who it would be.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, whoever you would think it is. Isaac Bruce, that's a good one. Isaac Bruce had a couple of unbelievable years. That's a fair one.
But again, I don't think they're elite receivers.
You don't think they're like top, upper echelon?
Right, elite. Yeah. When I say elite, I'm talking top 5. That's elite to me. You're in the top 5. You're an elite at anything. Elite running back, elite quarterback, elite whatever. Top 5, not top 8. I don't think Isaac Bruce was ever or Torrey Holt was ever a top 5 receiver. They all benefited.
Isaac Bruce 1 year I remember caught from was 1,900 yards. They were close.
Well, they were ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, and Marshall Faulk was an elite receiver.
Thank you so much. One giant rebuttal. I appreciate that. He says his quad was hurting so bad he can play with animals and piss off Pete. I'd rather watch Chris stand up in sweatpants. Thank you so much. There you go. Marvin Harrison, another good one. That's it.
Yes.
They're coming up with examples.
Oh, there you go. Marvin Harrison, yes. Harrison.
And I love Marvin Harrison. Might be my favorite receiver of all time because he was the guy that just went out there, did his job, didn't do the showboating nonsense. But I will say this. Let's not forget who his quarterback was. That certainly helped Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, no, well, yes, but Marvin Harrison was elite. Yes, he was.
Great.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's an elite receiver.
Yeah.
And he didn't act like an elite receiver because there was no nonsense with that guy. Consummate professional.
Yeah.
I saw someone said Ahmad Rashad. He never won with the Vikings. The Vikings were 0 for 4.
What's going on, Bobby Woodruff? Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. What about Kellen Winslow? Was he elite?
Tight end.
Yeah.
They
didn't win. He never won. Never won. No. And there was some. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Browns acquisition, Kareem Hunt. Yeah. What did you think of that move?
Okay, it's low risk, high reward, but I don't get it. I don't understand. You got Nick Chubb, you got Duke Johnson. They can run fine. My biggest issue with Kareem Hunt, I mean, obviously he's explosive. I don't know how many games he's getting suspended. It's at least 6. So they got him for at most 10 games, maybe 8, maybe 6 games. Who knows what they're going to do. But to me, the Browns are such a young team. They won 4 games the previous 3 years, and then last year they won 7. They're a young team. They're up and coming. They're on their way up. That seems like it could be such a distraction. And how is it going to play out in the locker room? I mean, how would you react if you're on a team and they bring a guy that beat the hell out of a woman on? I guess you could ask the Bengals. That's with Joe Mixon. But I mean,
and Tyreek Hill did it too, didn't he? When he was in college or something like that. But
perhaps I don't know much about the Tyreek Hill thing, but I'm just wondering if that will be a distraction, and that's really the only negative I see. I mean, for $1 million, I mean, why not? I'm just surprised that another team like the Eagles for $1 million didn't jump on Kareem Hunt. For $1 million,
that's just crazy. Or the Jets. There's a lot of teams that I think.
I think the Jets are going to make a run at Le'Veon Bell.
You do, yeah. But wouldn't Kareem, even though he's going to be suspended, but wouldn't Kareem Hunt make more sense for $1 million than Le'Veon Bell? Kareem Hunt's 23 years old.
But it's only for a year.
Yeah, you're right. And then it's a prove-it deal, then he's going to get paid big money. Yeah.
Right.
If he's good.
I think the Jets are making a run at Le'Veon Bell. That's what I think. And I think the Jets should make a run at Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, well, he would help that offense. The thing I worry about if I'm a Jets fan, I look at that similar, and we always go back to baseball. I look at it similar to the Amari Stoudemire deal with the Knicks, where you're paying for it up front. You're not going to get paid on the back end. Thank you so much, Taylor. Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot, y'all, we're streaming tonight. I was just all depressed thinking how I wouldn't have you and Baddog to entertain me while I study. Thank you so much, Taylor, for the super chat. You are amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. Sperm Cell, thank you so much. Later on, I want to make vids. Do I keep the channel or make another one leaning more towards staying with this one?
Yeah, you got to stay with that one.
It's up to you. If you're making a sports channel, I personally would not call it Sperm Cell. But you do what you want to do. Just my advice.
How about Sports Cell?
Yeah.
Oh.
But what were we just talking about? I'm sorry. Oh, we were talking about Kareem Hunt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell with the Jets.
Le'Veon Bell, right?
Yeah, I think. I was going to equate it to the Pedro Martinez signing by the Mets, where the Mets signed him to acquire more talent, but everybody knew when they made that signing, it was a bad signing for the last 2 or 3 years of the contract. I think the Bell signing would be very similar I think he's going to produce up front if it's a 5-year deal, but the last 2 or 3 years, the Jets will regret it. But he's a dynamic player. He is. I'm not going to tell you the next 2 or 3 years he's not going to help that team tremendously.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But the Jets need a running back, and it'll definitely help Sam Darnold.
And he's basically a wide receiver. He'd be their best receiver, too.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, the Giants got their guy now. We need the quarterback. The Jets have their quarterback. Now they need the running back. Right. A running back's much easier to acquire than a damn quarterback is. So right. The Jets are in a better position than the Giants are. Although I still don't think Sam Darnold will be great anyway. I don't like Sam Darnold.
all you Jet fans out there, Baddog does not like Sam Darnold.
I'm with Rover on it. I don't know who doesn't like him more, me or Rover.
It's Rover. Rover hates Sam Darnold with a passion. And part of me thinks he just does it to get under Jets fans' skin a little bit. But, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater there, Ronaldo. I like Sam Darnold. I'm not going to say he's a superstar, but I like him.
I don't like him. It's got nothing to do with him being a Jet. It got everything to do with him being a Trojan. I hate USC quarterback. I hate him. I think they all stink. Until one of them proves me wrong, I will never be on board. It's the same thing at Penn State. It's the same thing at Ohio State. Until one of them produces a damn quarterback worth a damn, I'm not on board any of them. I'm not on board Dwayne Haskins either. I'm not on board any of these guys. Not at all. All right. And people could have said that about Oklahoma too, but they produced a couple of first overall picks in the draft. And
you're right. Bradford is fair. Before the Mayfield, Bradford was fair for sure. What's going on, Movie Critic? Thank you for tuning in to the stream, Movie Critic. By the way, go sub him up. He just had his first live stream in a while tonight. Went in there, checked him out for a few minutes. Let's see what we got here.
Chad Warren agrees.
What? I didn't see it. Chad Warren, Sam Darnold. Well, I got to be fair. None of us could say he sucks right now if we're being completely fair. He's still a kid. I think he's 20 or 21. The Jets have no weapons. They had a horrible offensive line for a head coach. You got to give him a couple of years. Eli Manning sucked his first year. Let's be fair. Bobby, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it.
Eli Manning was horrible his first year.
Yeah, he was. What's good, fellas? Dilly. Thank you very much. What's going on, Arthur? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Souls Goals is in the house. If Sam was drafted by the Giants, you would be happy. Giants blanked up by not drafting a quarterback early.
Oh my God, hell!
So that I won't agree with, and I'm defending Sam Darnold. That I won't agree with, and I think it's going to work out for both of us. I stand by that. I think the Jets are going to be happy with Darnold. I think the Giants are going to be happy with Barkley. Barkley was too good of a talent for the Giants to pass up, and I get the argument. Quarterbacks are more important, and they are. But he is going to make the quarterback we draft's life so much easier. I'm very happy we took Barkley.
I say this all the time. Sam Darnold would have gotten murdered with the Giants.
Yeah.
Number one, Sam Darnold wasn't starting week 1 with the Giants. Number 2, if Sam Darnold makes it, if they say to Eli, we're 1-7, and they say, okay, after the bye, it's time for Sam Darnold. And it comes in, we got no offensive line. Sam Darnold is turning. Sam Darnold takes it. Turns, hands to Wayne Gallman. Come on. And no Beckham at the end of the year, so you have Sam Darnold with a piss-poor offensive line, handing off to Wayne Gallman. Recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
There's no way Sam Darnold would have survived with the Giants.
But I'm going to say this right now, if we're being completely fair. You're saying there's no way he would have survived, meaning he had a little chance for success last year on the Giants, right?
Very little.
All right, let's be fair. The Jets' offensive line ranked worse than the Giants this year, and their best wide receiver was Quincy Enunwa. So let's be fair before we condemn him a bad quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Not to mention he got hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah.
With a bad offensive line.
Yeah. If the Jets need to improve their offense. If I'm a Jet fan, I want them to go out there and improve that offensive line. I know they got the 3rd pick, and their offensive
line was worse than ours.
Yeah, they were ranked. We ended up being ranked 21st by PFF. They were 25th.
I can't buy that.
Thank you so much. Their offensive line is garbage. Oh my God! Thank you so much. Sam Darnold gonna prove you wrong. And Enunwa is a beast. And Bad Dog, I went live. Stop by next time. LOL. Thank you guys so much.
I was in Kevo's stream. I was in BBD's stream. I was all over the damn place today. I was all over.
But yeah, I'll take Saquon. I'm very happy with Saquon, no doubt about it. But thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You would have been happy with Eli mentoring. Souls Gold. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I personally would not have
I didn't want him.
I wouldn't have been upset, but I was very happy when we took Barkley. Very happy.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I made you mod about a week ago. I went into the chat and I made you a mod.
Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was driving home.
Yeah.
I was listening to the damn draft because I had to drive home. And I'm sitting there holding my breath because I knew that the Browns took Baker Mayfield, which is the quarterback that I wanted. If the Giants were taking the quarterback, I wanted Baker Mayfield. That was it. That was the only quarterback I wanted. sitting there driving, going, please not Sam Darnold. Please don't take Sam Darnold. Please don't take I don't want him.
Right.
I don't like USC quarterbacks. I hate them. They stink. I don't want to hear. No, I don't want a USC quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
I wanted Barkley. The one guy I did not want any part of was Rosen. I
don't want him either.
He was the last guy I wanted. I think he would have failed miserably in New York. It had nothing to do with his skill set. I just don't think he matched.
His attitude.
Yeah, his attitude in New York, he would have failed miserably.
I'll say this. Darnold is better than Rosen. I think Darnold's better than Rosen. I think Rosen's the worst of all the quarterbacks that got drafted.
No, Rosen's the worst. Yeah, and I think Josh Allen, as much as I love Baker Mayfield, and I still think Baker's going to be the best, I think Josh Allen may have the highest ceiling. That kid has a lot of talent and not a lot of talent on Buffalo's offense. I like Josh Allen. I know the numbers may not show it, but I like Josh Allen a lot. I'm still going Baker's going to be the best, but I like Josh Allen a lot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Sam Darnold is mobile enough to get you wins with that offensive. Guillermo, that's one thing I said when I watched him play. He reminded, and he's never going to be this good. I don't want Jet fans to get this twisted or Giant fans to get this twisted. Sam Darnold has a little Andrew Luck to his game. He does, in my opinion. The way that there's something about it, the way he steps back in the pocket, holds the ball up high, he has good mobility like Luck does. He reminds me a little bit of Andrew Luck. Not nearly as good as him. He's not going to be as good as him, but I see similarities. And thank you so much for the super chat, Michael Capone. Eli has done it. It's time for Darnold to take over New York. I'll relax with that. And one Giant Rebuttal says, if we drafted Darnold, we had a chance to see Alex Tanney. LOL, considering Sam was injured. That's right. We would have gotten to see Alex Tanney.
Yeah, we would have got to see Kylo Loletta.
Well, and the other thing, we would have never drafted Loletta, I don't think.
That's true.
Yeah, had we drafted Darnold.
Darnold stinks. Get out of here with that.
What's going on? Who's Mark?
Jets will never take over New York. Let's be honest.
You see that? Your buddy's in the chat. Who's Mark's in the chat? The most passionate Nick fan I know.
Hello, who's Mark?
Who's Mark is the best. Who's Mark is the best. Yeah, and by the way, guys, I'm just doing it tomorrow. I'm going to test it out. I don't know what everybody's schedule's like. What's going on, Waterboy Report? Going over there and sub him up. He's got a great channel. He's a great guy. Going over to Water Report. And by the way, link in the description. If you have not done so, Mr. Bad Dog's link is in the description. Please sub him up. I absolutely love this guy. And we alternate this show every week, so this will be on his show next week. We're going to have Talking Nonsense on my show. Friday, we're going to be Talking Nonsense on my channel this week, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, especially you Jets fans, you want to sub me up. That way you can let me know when Sam Darnold, if he ever is good, you can say, I told you so, Bad Dog. And I'll say, you know what? You were right.
But
I
by the way,
he's got to be good, and he won't be. So you can say, Bad Dog, you were right. Dilly.
Dilly. I got I interrupted myself. I wanted to say tomorrow I'm trying it out. I probably won't get that many people, but I work late, so I said I'll try it out. I'm going to have a morning call-in show from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So if you guys can't hear it, maybe you can hear the replay, but it's going to be about an hour and a half. One Giant Rebuttal, thank you so much for the super chat. Darnold or Chris's sweatpants?
Chris's sweatpants. Well, OGR, you agree with me.
So you think Chris's sweatpants could throw a better ball than Darnold?
I know I can. We have the video. We have the footage. I'm still waiting for Rover's film review.
Oh, God.
It won't be long. I mean, the clip is 12 seconds. It's one throw.
Yes. Yeah, I got it in the greatest hits. He put it in the last one. I love New York.
You got
to take a look.
I gotta watch it.
Episode 7 there. Yeah, Joe Musa. I love New York says, what up, Chris and Bad Dog? Jets and Giants need to trade down for more picks. I
don't think the Jets need to trade down. Take Josh Allen, man.
But the thing with Josh Allen, and I love Josh Allen, you know that. He doesn't fit their defense. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. They run a 4-3.
So where would Josh Allen go? The Niners?
Well, if he gets to the Jets, which is very possible, Quinnen Williams and Bosa could go ahead. The Jets may very well trade down. They might say he doesn't fit our system. We know he's the best available player. If somebody wants to move up to 3 to acquire him or a quarterback, the Jets may trade down. I could certainly see that happening. But Josh Allen could easily go in the first 2 picks.
Would you trade up for Josh Allen?
Depends on what the price is. I love Josh Allen. I think he's a difference maker. I think he would flip this defense upside down on its head.
So say he goes, who's picking 4th? The Raiders. So the Raiders are going to take him because they would need to replace Khalil Mack. So it's not going to. We wouldn't be able to. The Jets aren't going to trade with us. The Jets already screwed us with the whole Darren Leith crap. When they wanted to move from 20 to 10, and they wouldn't even give us a 2nd round pick. The freaking Jets.
Souls goes. Yeah, we did that on purpose. He says Chris and the Bad Dog sounds like another show.
Yes, it is.
Actually, one of our subscribers came up with the idea. Yeah,
it's a little play on that.
Yeah, little play on that.
The funny thing is, though, Chris Russo is the Mad Dog.
Yes.
So I would say, I don't know. I mean, and to be honest, Chris Russo always says, what does he say? Oh God, how's it start? How the hell does he start it?
Oh, he does yell into the mic a little bit. He goes, "Good morning, everybody."
Yeah. That's his.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So it's kind of the same thing.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man, I was working on the jingle and I forgot to finish it.
Oh,
what was
right.
it? Talking spiders, talking. I forgot how it goes. Then we can add dolphins.
We appreciate that, Pumpkin. Thank you very much. I'm going to continue to call you that because I think it's adorable. So I'm going to continue to call Pumpkin.
You think a lot of things are adorable lately. Speaking of adorable, I think we should address Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Yeah, he said he is 100% committed to the NFL.
Yes, big topic this week. Your boyfriend, Kyler Murray, said that he's now fully committed. He's definitely not playing center field for the Oakland A's. He is going to be a quarterback in the league, no matter where he goes. He could go in the second, third round. Doesn't matter. He is going to be a quarterback in the NFL. So we'll see where he goes. I think he's going first round for sure. It's a matter of where he goes. Is he going to drop? Is he going to go early in the draft? It'll be interesting to see. I wouldn't be shocked if a team falls in love with him and says we got to go up and get this guy because of his electricity. I wouldn't be shocked.
I think the combine will tell all for Kyler Murray. If Kyler Murray comes and blows it up at the combine,
yeah,
he's going to be the first quarterback picked in the draft. And there's not a doubt in my mind. He is the most talented quarterback in this draft. Anybody that's actually watched him play and watched these other quarterbacks play, there's no way you can tell me that he's not. His obviously knock is that, like I said, my son is 2 inches taller than him, and my son is 20 years old. But seriously, he throws the ball 60 yards at the flip of a wrist. He's incredibly accurate on the run. He runs a 4.38 40. I mean, he's got everything that you want, except for he's 5'9". And we're going to know exactly how tall he is at the combine because they measure him. But,
yeah,
I don't think the quarterbacks don't do the bench press thing, do they?
No, they do. I mean, sometimes they'll skip it sometimes, but the bench press thing. I remember watching Kevin Durant, different sport, do the bench press. He couldn't do it one time.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
he weighs 106 pounds and his arms are 7 feet long.
I always said, whenever I'd go to the gym, I'd always be like, you'd see these short guys with the short arms, they'd be pounding them out. You'd be like, okay, get
no range of motion.
Get 5 more inches on that arm.
I say that all the time. That's why my bench sucks. And everybody asks that when you work out. Yo, Bad Dog, what do you bench? Like, it's like, what about the rest of it?
Yeah.
Ask how much I can calf press. You see my calves? No, ridiculous.
Have you seen these guys' calves?
But no, I think Kyler Murray could definitely fit somebody's system. But this is the thing. So many people, because he ran for 1,000 yards, think he's a scrambler. They think, because, again, there's a lot of people that don't watch OU football. I watch every game. So I know when he runs, and I bet you at least half of his yards, at least, were on designed quarterback draws. It's not like an NFL team is going to say, we want you to rush the ball 60 or 70 times in a year. Right. He might not. Maybe it's going to be, we want you to have a couple of designed runs a game, but not 6 or 7, like Oklahoma was doing, where it's like, we're going to run the read option. We're going to run the read option. He threw 42 touchdown passes, so it's not like he just runs the ball.
No, he could definitely throw. He's not Johnny Manziel. He's not. Johnny Manziel was, he could definitely throw the ball. I have no doubt in my mind about that. You know my words about him. We don't got to continue to go over. You know my words. Thank you so much, One Giant Rebuttal. He says, I think Chris's sweatpants are too big for Kyler. I think you're right.
Yeah. Kyler.
I think you're right. But, I'm worried about his ability. I think he could be successful at the NFL. I worry about his longevity. That's my worry. That's my worry. Him playing out of the pocket.
Every quarterback, though. Every quarterback can be longevity. The one thing you always say no quarterback at his height has ever succeeded. Tell me, besides Doug Flutie, another quarterback that was his height in the NFL.
I'd have to think about it. Definitely not a name quarterback, a guy that you could, off the top.
Right.
Not a big
That's
name.
What I mean. So what do you?
Or at least in recent times, maybe in like the early 1900s there was, but not in recent NFL. No, you're right. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to, by the time this draft is here.
I will say this. As much as I like Dwayne Haskins, I don't even love Dwayne Haskins. I just think he's the best of the four. I'm going to be by no means upset if we don't take him and we go defense or offensive line or whatever. But I do think that the two quarterbacks who have the most impressive combine are going to be Locke and Murray. I think Haskins will have a good combine, but I think those two have very good combines because Murray's speed is ridiculous. He's going to flash it in the 40 time. He's going to have a strong arm. Everybody knows this. So I think he will perform.
And his accuracy is very good.
Yeah, I think he will perform well at the combine, but that's
because nobody's rushing him either. I mean, he's not throwing over a line, so that's They should do something like that.
Yeah,
they should have guys out there like this.
Yeah, simulated rushers. Yeah.
They should do that, but I just like I said. I mean,
I agree with you.
I watch him play every week, so I know what he brings to the table. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think he's the most talented guy in the draft. I really do. I just think that he's the whole package, except for he's just short. That's all it is.
We're gonna find out real soon. We're only drafts now. What 2 months away, right? A little over 2 months.
A little over 2 months. But the funny thing is, I was going to say, I'm going to make so many Giants fans want Kyler Murray. I've already changed some people's opinions about Kyler Murray. But then there's a bunch of them saying he's going to be a bust. And who said that? I want to read something I just said. Murray's too small, not built to last. I don't know what that means. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are bigger that don't last. So I don't understand what that means. Doug Flutie's got nothing to do with Kyler Murray. It's not close. Kyler Murray is way, way, way more talented than Doug Flutie ever was. It's not close. Kyler won't make it in the NFL. Too small. Too small. He's hurt his whole life. Never lost a game in high school. Won the Heisman Trophy at Oklahoma with an offensive line that averaged 6'4" in height, and went to the playoffs, won the Big 12 championship. And played pretty well against Alabama. I actually thought he missed throws against Alabama, which ticked me off because he played a lot better during the year. I didn't think he played great against Alabama. A lot of people said he played really well, and I didn't think he did. I thought he underperformed. That's how good he is. Carter should go play baseball. He's not going to play baseball. Not going to. Because he's going to make more money.
He's not. At this point, he's not. I mean, King, and I kind of agree with you. If I was him, I would have played baseball. But at this point, he's playing football. It's gonna happen now. It's just a matter of is he going to succeed.
Chad, I'm not gonna lie there. Patrick Mahomes has proved he can play in the NFL.
Come on.
Definitely. I'm not even
right now. If you're starting a team, he's the quarterback you're taking. If you're starting a team from scratch. Well, Stuckinated, every time a horn honks, I get a subscription. So thank you for whoever subscribed. And please ring the bell. You get a notification every time I go live. Please go to the link in the description and sub up my man, Mr. Baddog.
Yeah. Actually, when you subscribe, then make sure you blow the horn, because that's what happens.
Pat Mahomes is I love Guillermo. Pat Mahomes is everything you can want in a quarterback. He's mobile. That guy has he's Michael Vick, but he's better. He's accurate. He's got the mobility and the arm strength of Vick, but he's accurate on top of it. He's beyond special. Beyond special.
So says, listen, I'm not. You tell me any NFL quarterback like a Carson Wentz or a Pat Mahomes, I'm going to tell you those guys over Kyler. Kyler Murray hasn't played it down in the NFL, so I'm not going to sit here and say that he's going to be better than Carson Wentz or Pat Mahomes. I can't honestly sit here and go, yeah, he's better. No, I'm not going to say that. But I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I miss Pat and Pat Mahomes. Of course, I always say this. I loved his dad. He was a relief pitcher for the Mets. Ronaldo says
baseball backgrounds always work with quarterbacks, man.
Well, it makes sense.
John Elway had a baseball background.
Yeah. And of course Kyle Murray, baseball background. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll see. By the way, I see Enzo's in the chat. What's going on, Enzo? How you doing, buddy? Love Jamal Adams, but wouldn't have minded if we took Mahomes. Well, yeah, of course. Jamal Adams is great. I love Jamal Adams. I think he's a great leader for the Jets, but yeah, there's no way. You'd much rather have Mahomes than Jamal Adams. Who did we take again in that draft over? The Giants wanted to trade up to get Mahomes. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, but the Chiefs jumped us.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I was more upset that they didn't get Deshaun Watson in that draft. That was actually I obviously I was wrong about because Mahomes is fantastic. But I wanted Deshaun Watson more than Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
I thought Deshaun Watson would be better. because I
mean, you can't
Watson,
you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with either one. They're both.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But I thought Deshaun Watson would be a lot better than Pat Mahomes, and he's obviously not. I just thought Deshaun Watson was the best quarterback, but he's not. Mahomes is.
Yeah, Mahomes is unbelievable. Yeah, that's what it was. We got Eli Apple in that draft. That's right.
Yeah, God, let's not bring that one up. I think that's back-to-back years, man. Flowers and Apple. Why the Giants only won 8 games the last 2 years?
I see Cooper Basket. I love Cooper, by the way. He's been helping our channels out.
Cooper always helps you, man.
Telling his friends about our channels. What's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Kyler Murray's from Dallas, and on the radio station down here, they were saying how football is his first love. Yeah, that's the story.
That's why he chose it.
Yeah, that's why he chose it. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, Bad Dog. I think I told you. Taylor did say on my last stream. I think you might.
I did see it.
Yeah.
She told me on my stream as well.
Yeah, she's going to be a Giants fan.
If they draft Kyler Murray.
The Giants select Kyler Murray.
You said yes. In my chat, you said Kyler or female subscribers.
Yeah, no. I mean, if Taylor's going to be a Giants fan, I mean, at this point, I got to root for Kyler Murray.
That's right.
Yeah, I love Taylor too much. I mean, if that's what it's going to take, let's take Kyler Murray.
Well, too bad. Yeah, that's fine. But I already told her she's going to be a Yankee fan, so lay off.
I'm going to try to pull her to the Mets.
Get out of here! I'll wrestle for it. By the way, guys, if you are new to this, sub this man up. I love this freaking guy.
And go over there and sub him.
He's the freaking best. Yeah. He's the man. Love him. I love this guy.
He's the man. He's the man. Kyler Murray cannot live outside the pocket for. I agree with you. I love New York. That's what I'm worried about.
But this is what I want to ask you guys. Seriously, how many Oklahoma games do you guys watch this year? The guys that say he can't live outside the pocket. He throws from the pocket. It's not like he rolls out on every play. It's not like it's like, roll out, read option, roll out. That's not what he throws from the pocket, guys. And he goes through progressions. He doesn't just go, first read ain't there, I'm taking it. He's not Tyrod Taylor.
Right.
He will sit in the pocket, and he's like, you know what, nothing's there. It's man to man. I'm going. That's what he does. I'm telling you. I watch this guy every week. So I know what he brings. I know everything about this guy as far as football goes. I saw someone said he knows and he pulls out and does this and that. I don't know that much about him.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Chris Sinoa, one of my favorite subs. He said, can I get a shout out? Of course you get a shout out, Chris Sinoa. He's got the best voice on YouTube. I love that kid.
Again, I say it all the time when he calls. I'm amazed at his knowledge. Very knowledgeable
kid.
Young man. Sub that kid up, will you please?
Go over there and sub him up.
Sub up Chris Senior. Not to mention, he has a great voice with the Bad Dog song.
Oh, he's got a great voice.
God, I can't wait for that song to be outdated when the Giants are like 12-4.
Yeah. Oh, God, forget it. And Dwayne Basco says, what's going on, Chris? No Murray. He throws 9 yards deep. He can't do it in the NFL. Well, don't tell Bad Dog that. He's going to get very upset.
9 yards deep? He can throw 60 yards in a flick of a wrist on the run. He can. Yes, he can.
I don't know if he means that he has to step back 9 yards because of his height. Maybe that's what he means. To see over the line of scrimmage.
He's 9 yards deep.
That might be what he means. He has to run back 9 yards to see over the line of scrimmage. Is that possible?
I don't know. Murray's less than 200 pounds. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of running backs less than 200 pounds that take hits too, and they survive. Right?
We'll see, man.
Smith is 5'9". I mean, he took a lot of hits. He survived forever.
Yeah, you're right. Do you? Of course I do, MH. Opinion on Geno Smith. Oh, God. Geno Smith, that name should never be brought up in Giants circles. He, of course, was the quarterback that the Giants put in to break Eli Manning's streak, which was a complete disgrace, Bad Dog. I mean, if you were going to do it, you should have done it for Webb, not for Geno.
I said the same thing. Yeah. I remember making a video last year and saying Eli Manning deserved better. And that's if you are going to end his streak, you take a look at your rookie quarterback. You don't bring in a bust that was there for insurance purposes, knowing what he brings. The sad thing about it, the sad thing about the Geno Smith thing against the Raiders, with the exception of the 2 bad turnovers inside the 10, Geno Smith actually played better than Eli Manning. I'm not going to lie. He did. He played better than Eli Manning did in 2017.
Well, he was also playing the Raiders. I mean, it wasn't the best defense.
No, but I mean, Eli Manning was horrible. There's no way to. He was better this year, but he was bad in 2017. Now I made excuses for him. Hey, we were beat up, we were injured, and we were. He had nobody to throw to. But I don't know what the hell we're doing with the quarterback spot. I'm so confused that. What do we do, man? The draft is going to be I just can't wait for the draft because I want to know what the hell we're doing.
At this point, I think they have 1 or 2. I don't think they're going free agent. I don't think they should at this point. I think you stick with Eli, you draft the quarterback, and we're going to find out very soon. Now, I forgot the date, but there's a date where he's going to get a roster bonus or something if he signs, and it's a lot of money. So that will be telling if he's coming back as the starting quarterback next year. It's in March. I can't remember the day.
I was going to say, is March 1st?
I can't remember. I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, please subscribe to QC. Love that guy. Any questions, by the way? We're going to be live for about another 15, 20 minutes. Go ahead and shout them out. Bad Dog and I will do our best to answer them. We'll go to the chat here for the rest.
To answer your questions, guys, yes, Kyler Murray's the best quarterback in the draft. You don't need to ask me. And yes, Sam Darnold stinks. And that.
Should the Giants?
He's not here. Gangrene David ain't here. That's my favorite guy to do it to because I know it irritates.
March 5th is the date, by the way, and I'm going to answer Fox's question in a second.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. One Giant Rebuttal. Rest in peace, McAdoo. Career after that decision.
You know what's funny?
I don't want to miss that question. Should Giants draft another receiver? I'll remember that, but go ahead. Go ahead, Bad Dog.
I was just going to say, McAdoo is going to get an offensive coordinator spot tomorrow. Guaranteed.
He obviously had a great offensive mind. But should the Giants draft a wide receiver? I don't see a reason not to take one in the later rounds. Because what they could use right now at the receiver spot, I would say they could use a tall red zone target. It's clearly not an immediate need, but if you could find a guy you like in the 4th or 5th round who's 6'4", 6'5", that you think they could go up and get it, I wouldn't mind if they did that.
Yeah.
McAdoo or Chris's sweatpants.
Chris's sweatpants again wins.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. People are really going at me for those sweatpants.
I think receiver is the least of our worries.
Running back is probably the least. But yes, that's second least.
But we're true, yeah. But I mean, we're pretty much stacked unless they trade Odell Beckham. Then you get it. Then you.
And you could even argue that Ingram's a good red zone target. He's tall. He just can't play at the goal line because he can't block. But
What about this?
You
can get to the booty or booty.
Booty or booty.
Booty man.
Booty.
How about just throwing it out there?
Yeah.
We know Evan Ingram can't block for shit. We know he's terrible as a blocker. What about, I'm just thinking down to the red zone. Would you ever consider doing a formation where you have Rhett Ellison at the tight end and throw Evan Ingram in the slot?
Oh, no, 100%. I think that's a good idea. And in that specific situation.
Right. Yeah. Not all the time, but outside the 10.
Yeah, I think that's a good situation. Yeah. Now, the one thing that people have suggested in the past is to move Ingram to wide receiver. That to me doesn't make sense because his whole value is to be a pass catching tight end. That's kind of like taking a catcher that like a Mike Piazza, for example. Well, he was a great hitter no matter what. But if you take a guy that's a very good hitting catcher and move him to third base, he loses all of his value.
Or first base.
Yeah, or first. You know what I'm saying? So it's similar to that. So that I don't agree with. But in that specific instance, yeah, I think it does make sense. Yeah,
because again, I mean, also he'd have to learn a whole new playbook.
Right.
That's the other thing, and again, his value is a tight end where he's matched up against it. You can get that.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Ronaldo. He says you had a quarterback, you let him go to the Jets. We'll find out, Ronaldo. You're getting Bad Dog upset.
Jets fans. These are Jet Central's guys. I need to collab with Jet Central. We'll straighten this right out.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to set that up. And Souls Gold says...
I don't know about him being a bum, though. Let's face it. I mean, he does have 2 Super Bowl MVPs. You got to realize, Jets fans, that Eli Manning has more Super Bowl MVPs than the Jets franchise has total. Lay off my quarterback.
And Souls Gold...
You really like Eli Manning because I defend him every damn time. It's unbelievable. I love Jets fans, so I just mess around with you guys.
Guillermo, Jet Central, actually tomorrow, all the Jets fans in here tomorrow, we did an edited mock draft today. Anybody that didn't see it. So it was me, Jet Central, and Rover Sports. That'll be on the channel tomorrow. So I think you guys will enjoy that, so be sure to check that out. And Jet Central is going to be on here live a lot. We're going to be talking Mets. So probably once a week in season. So anybody who's a Jets fan on my channel that's a big fan of Jet Central, he's trying to branch out, get some baseball content going, bring some Mets, subscribe to his page. Jet Central will be on this channel weekly in season for baseball.
And then this is another one I always love to address when I hear Guillermo says Eli's overrated. And that's my favorite comment. He's overrated. How is a guy who is nothing but bashed, insulted,
I'm completely with you on this.
and constantly, the Giants win in spite of Eli. They won because of defense. Eli stinks. Eli sucks. How can a guy be overrated when everybody puts him down? An overrated guy is, and I say this all the time, and I'm a diehard Yankee.
This is what always gets me upset. And you started going, and now I see people saying Eli's not a Hall of Famer, and that's where I get heated. How, on what planet is Eli Manning not a Hall of Famer? He's 6th or 7th all-time in passing yards. He's 6th or 7th all-time in touchdown passes. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings. He's responsible for the 2 greatest drives in the history of the sport. He's as clutch as there is. Yeah, granted, he didn't have these remarkable regular seasons like Drew Brees and Tom Brady, but he had some very good regular seasons, and he was a clutch quarterback. And he did it in the hardest place to do it, New York City. And it's not like the weather conditions are favorable where he's playing in a dome either, so that's why you can't look so much into the stats. Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. It's not even a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys are getting at. I'll bet you whatever you want that guy's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer. You can't tell me he's not a Hall of Famer. I think there's one quarterback in the history of football that's won 2 Super Bowls that is not in the Hall of Fame, and that's Jim Plunkett.
Eli, Entertainer and Baddog hosting the stripper bowl at Butter Bing's. I love Souls Goes. He's a guy from over on Sims channel. I love him.
That's the comment of the night right there.
Oh man. You guys want? No, I want no part of Mullins.
Hell no.
No part of Mullins. What's going on, Nate? I love Nations. One of my other great kid subscribers.
Just to finish what I was saying, overrated. And again, I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Thank you so much.
Ahead,
Thank you so much. One Giant Rebuttal. He says, "Is Joe Namath the Hall of Fame? You have to put Eli." Yeah. Joe Namath threw more picks than touchdowns. Period. End of story.
By a mile.
And he's got one.
I'll get into his stats in a second. But what I was going to say, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. Jeter's overrated. That's an overrated player right there. Because if he's not on the Yankees, he's Craig Biggio. And Craig Biggio's a Hall of Fame player. But nobody gives a damn about Craig Biggio. You look at their stats, Jeter definitely had a higher career batting average. But the rest of their stats are very similar. And Craig Biggio was an all-star at 3 positions. Okay, he had 660 doubles. He had over 3,000 hits. He had 290 homers, 275 homers. He hit 271. That's the difference. Jeter hit like 310 or 309.
Biggio used to get hit by a lot of pitches, probably. That's why I remember that. He used to lead the league every year in getting hit by pitches,
yeah.
Biggio.
So,
yeah.
To me, that's because people say he's the greatest shortstop ever. He's not.
No.
Wagner's the greatest shortstop ever. But when people say things like, or Jeter's like top 5 in Yankee history, that's overrating a player. But to sit here and say Eli Manning won those Super Bowls because of defense, Eli Manning sucks, Eli Manning's terrible, Eli Manning's no good, that's not overrated.
That's just people hating on Eli Manning.
Eli Manning's underrated, in my opinion.
I agree with you, especially that second Super Bowl run. I mean, it was more Eli Manning than anybody else. Chris, no, Bobby. Why would I be mad at you? Why does everybody think? Why does
Techie says I'm speaking of facts. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, he did, Guillermo. He did create the best system to get chicks. You're absolutely right about that.
Stuck in the 80s. He had 173 touchdowns, 220 picks, and he had a 50.1 completion percentage. And he was injured for more than half his career. Okay, the reason Namath is in the Hall of Fame, simply put, is because he was really responsible for the AFL-NFL merger and because they beat the Colts.
Which is arguably the most important moment in NFL history, so you got to give credit for that. Yeah.
Wipe the floor with the Jets, Namath ain't in the Hall of Fame.
No.
And I love Broadway Joe. Jets fans, Broadway Joe is one of my all-time favorite players in the history of football. I love Broadway Joe. I love him. I love Joe Namath. Invented swag. Straight pimp. Love him.
And Sperm Cell says, thank you for the super chat. He says, if McNabb won 1 Super Bowl of those, would he be in the Hall? Yes.
So
I think he would be.
Without it, Sperm Cell.
I think McNabb, I always say this.
Not first ballot, but I think he's going to be a Hall of Fame.
I think he should be. I think McNabb is one of the 3 or 4 best quarterbacks never to win a Super Bowl. I think you got Jim Kelly Marino. And then he's in the discussion right after that. You got him. You got
Grant Tarkenton.
You got well, yeah, that's going way back. You've got Rivers is pretty damn good. There's a few others, but he's definitely in that discussion after Marino and Kelly. I'd still have Kelly above him. He went to 4 Super Bowls.
Romo's another one.
Yeah.
Romo's another quarterback.
Yeah, Romo's very good. Yeah, very good.
But he's another one, never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. He's definitely in the top 5, 6. Yeah. What's going on?
Yes, absolute Hall of Fame. Tony Romo's a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Really, Mo Money? I didn't. Wow, there you go. Bryce Harper shaved his beard. Maybe he will be a Yankee.
Please, give me Bryce Harper. I did that video a week ago. No one watched it. I don't know if YouTube's counts are messed up. It's like no one's watching my videos. I'm like, I'm not even gonna make them anymore. I'm just gonna live stream because no one's watching my videos.
I was trying to look at your. I don't remember why. I was on your channel today, and I never got the notification for that Yankee video. Otherwise, I would have watched. I never got the notification. Nobody ever gets my YouTube's such a mess right now. But I don't want to get into baseball on this. But my whole point is we need a left-handed bat. No. Thank you so much, Bobby, for the super chat. And Anthony Marchuka's in the house. What's going on, Anthony? Love Anthony Marchuka. And I didn't get to see what you said, Anthony. If you want to say it again. He beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl, top 5 in his prime. I agree, Bobby. Definitely borderline top 5, Eli Manning. I agree. Yep. And that year, 2011, I think it was Michael Kay. Might not have been Michael Kay. Somebody asked him, are you an elite quarterback? And he said, yes, I think I'm an elite quarterback. And that was the year he went out with the 32nd ranked rushing attack and the 30th ranked defense. Put it on his back. And threw for almost 5,000 yards, broke the record for fourth quarter touchdowns with 15, and led the Giants to the Super Bowl. Eli haters. That's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Eli haters, and I'm some people are fair about Eli. Jet fans are not going to want to hear this, and some Jet fans are fair to Eli. That year, I don't care the stats you're going to throw at me. That year was one of the best single seasons I've ever seen a quarterback have. He had 8 or 9. Every victory they had was a come-from-behind victory in the fourth quarter. But on the back of Eli Manning. And like you said, they had no running attack. The defense was banged up the whole regular season. Eli Manning carried that team. That team was a 2-win team that year. They made the playoffs. And thank you so much, Movie Critic, for the Super Chat. He says, Baddog, I saw your Harper video. Stand up. Thank you so much, Movie Critic, for the Super Chat. The defining game, that 2011 run? Yeah. The game against Dallas, and we were down 34-22 with 5 minutes to go, and he led us back to win 37-34. Every game. He threw for over 400 yards in that game. He was so money that year, and I remember watching the Super Bowl, and when they got the ball with 4 minutes left, 5 minutes left? When they got the ball, I said the game's over. Because that whole year, he came through in that situation every time. And again, there's a few things that I'll go back and watch that give me chills. Mattingly's home run in the 95 ALDS against the Mariners. Every time I say, and Gary Thorne's call is amazing because I can remember this because I was 19 and Ruben Sierra just hit a homer to tie the game. And I remember Gary Thorne saying, here's Don Mattingly. The fans want a dinger out of him. 1-0 pitch by Andy Bennett. He just rips the ball like a golf shot. Just off the ground, hits it right into the bleachers. And you just hear Gary Thorne go, oh, hang on to the roof. And the crap, I mean, I'm getting chills just talking about it. It's one of the greatest moments ever. By the way, Anthony Marchuka says, what's up, guys? Baddog, being that you're an Oklahoma fan, what do you think of Murray? Oh, well, you must have never heard him talk about Murray. He is obsessed with Murray. I'll say, Anthony, I don't want to get into it again. Go back and replay it. You'll hear me. Yeah. I do a whole diatribe on Murray a lot. Yep. I do. You watch my videos. There's Kyler Murray videos all over my page about that. And Aaron Boone's walk-off and against the Red Sox. I'm going to say, for me, the most chilling moment as a baseball fan, obviously I'm a Met fan, I watched the Mets, was the Piazza home run on 9/11. When he hit that home run, and it didn't mean anything in terms of record. But the throw by Eli to Mario Manningham. Oh. Greatest throw in the history of the Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody tells me. He drops back from like the 6 and just throws a freaking dot in between double coverage right on the sideline. And it was like, oh, Manningham, great catch, great. That's a normal catch for a receiver in the NFL. That throw was stupid. He could not catch it. He put it right in his hands. It was almost like a handoff. It was right there. It was unbelievable. I swear to God, no quarterback's ever thrown a better pass than that one. That's as good as it gets. In that spot, that's as good as it gets. That, to me, as soon as he made that, I can remember, too, I was watching it down here. Because, again, this is
That was the whole year. I'm eating the cinnamon rolls every morning before the game. I'm watching every game down here on this TV. And I can remember when he caught it, I'm pacing because they reviewed it. And I'm like, I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, I can't watch this. Because that was such a huge play because it got us to midfield.
Yeah.
And I can't watch it. And then I'll go back and I look at it. I'm like, oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. And then he caught it. And then the next pass was to Mario Manningham. They were in field goal range around. I'm like, we're going to win this again.
And then Bradshaw inexplicably runs it into the end zone. And I'm watching. I remember watching with Max Girlfriend. I'm like, if he gets into the end zone here, I'm going to be fuming before they run the play because I knew exactly what Belichick was going to do. Yep. They've done it in the past. They let him score the touchdown, and Bradshaw fell for it. And they almost – I remember watching that Hail Mary by the Patriots, and I thought Gronk was going to catch that ball.
Yeah,
from
the
angle they were showing.
I got worried.
Yeah. And I saw it. I missed it there. It moved too fast. I didn't see what he said, but I saw Christopher Columbus popped in the chat. It's 11 o'clock. We're going to close it out, guys. And
one thing. The moral of that story, guys – Chris has a lot of ex-girlfriends. Dilly. I can't wait to talking nonsense. That's become my favorite stream.
For anybody that has not watched it, now don't expect sports talk. That's why we call it talking nonsense. We talk nonsense. Now the show is not going to be public after. We always delete it, so it's almost like a live event. You have to be there, but it will be Friday. It'll be from 9:45 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So be sure to check that out. It'll be on this channel this week.
That's a lot of fun.
Murray just signed with the same agent as Kingsbury. Oh, I missed what you said there. We talk Dolphins. We do talk a lot of Dolphins. And Stuck in the 80s. Very good, man.
Turtles have made the stream.
Yes, they have. And tomorrow morning, I will. What's going on, Adam? Thank you for tuning in. We're about to tune out. But tomorrow morning, yes, guys, I will have the call-in show from 10 to 11:30 a.m. If you guys don't have anything to do, call in. All right? And
then if you want to ask me any questions, I don't have any games to stream because the NBA is going into their little All-Star break. So I plan on doing a Q&A later in the evening.
There you go.
I don't have the call-in show, but you can certainly ask me a ton of questions. I plan on doing that like 9:45 to whatever, probably 2 hours worth or whatever. But it gives me something to do. I wish you were off Saturday because I heard that your Birmingham Iron are playing my Salt Lake
Stallions. Trust me, if I was off, I would have done it with you. Unfortunately, I'm not. So
I know. That's what I said. I was going to ask. I was like, damn it, you work. So it doesn't.
I would have. Detonator, we love you, man. We love everybody. Thank you to everybody.
Yes,
once again, please go into the description. Sub up Mr. Baddog. And can I dab? Yes, there you go. There's a dab. I don't know why people always ask that.
Chris, ask me to do it too. I don't know.
Have our sub counts been screwy lately?
Yes.
Yeah, have they? I don't really pay attention to that.
No, it does. Goose is right. It's weird. It jumps all around, and as I said, the YouTube Classic Creator Studio and the YouTube Creator Studio, they're way different.
Yeah.
Mine are like 7 apart, and I don't understand. Then they get even. Then this one will be more than this one. I don't know how the hell it works.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm paying attention is because I'm trying to get the damn 6,000, and I'm getting close. And every day, come on!
Well, yeah, I'm going to do the giveaway. Last time it was a trivia question. It'll probably be something similar this time. But we are Detonator. Thank you so much. Baddog, we are still friends, though. We disagree.
Detonator, listen, we're Yankee fans, and we love booty.
Can't go wrong.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Detonator. It's all good, my man. Of course we're still friends.
All men can agree with that. And Chris gets bitches by the truckload. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my channel. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I appreciate that, Cattle Dog. Thank you very much. I just saw that. You guys are great. You guys are absolutely fun. It made the show fun tonight. Always love doing this. Love you guys. And, obviously we're live all the time. So we're definitely going to be seeing you guys soon. Bad Dog, I'm going to let you close it out. Yeah, I'm going to let Bad Dog close it out.
Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Love you guys to death. Kyler Murray, Giant. Sam Darnold stinks. I'm out. Peace!